Hello, Tyler Barnes here. My YouTube handle is Mindcraft. Mind is in your mind, craft with a K, all uppercase.
And it's Justin Hill here, capital J, lowercase for everything else. So it's capital J, and then the rest is just Justin Hill, and then yeah, it's lowercase, guys. And I hope you guys enjoy our podcast. It's fun to do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get started here. What's up, Tyler?
Nothing much. So my partner is pregnant and she'll be breastfeeding soon. But apparently the term breastfeeding isn't gender neutral, so they're gonna try and change that, eh?
Chest feeding,
Chest feeding.
right? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This, what is it? Cancel culture?
I think it's cancel culture, or is it PC?
Protective custody? That's a bit ridiculous.
No, political correctness.
Well, they should be in protective custody.
No. Political correctness.
They're like the most hardcore victims ever this generation.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's okay. It's not okay to be a victim. It's okay to be weak, not be super strong. It's multiple flat. I could go on and on and on. Get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone. I'm not super tough either. Okay, that was not really. But I'm just saying I know people that are serious enemies and they're tough. But I'm just. They're not crybabies. Okay, I'm not either. Neither are you. Like a lot of people would agree. Like, why would you want to make it chest feeding? I don't want to say that. I would say breastfeeding all day. I don't know. It would just be said, and I've been saying that for years. Like. So I mean, do you want to call it chest feeding? I can't squeeze milk out of my. I lift up my shirt and something like that. There's no milk's going to come out. I'm not. I don't. Men don't have breasts. They actually call it breasts, but they're. I think I said, well, they do, but women are meant to breastfeed, right? So why is it chest feeding now?
I guess there are some people who identify as not having breasts feeding children.
Well, I still want to call it breastfeeding. Can I get in trouble if I call it breastfeeding? If my girlfriend's breastfeeding my child? But
Not yet. Maybe in the future.
wow, this girl's pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Yeah, so I thought that was something we should talk about. It's pretty ridiculous, I think.
That is.
So, sorry?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, do you want more to breastfeed your child, or do you want to breastfeed your child? I don't think you do that.
Nope, I don't want to breastfeed my child.
I'm not making fun of transvestites, and I don't think you should. I don't think, like, no, I'm not trying to offend anyone. If you want to do whatever you want to do, that's fine. But I'm breastfeeding my child, and that's just the way it is. It's how I call it, breastfeeding.
Yeah.
So, I mean, wow.
Anyways,
yeah.
Montreal police officer detains a black male for 6 days.
Really?
Yeah.
So they let him out, right? They
Yeah.
let him out, and they apologized? Did they or no?
Well,
Because I still talked about it.
I don't know why they got to detain someone for 6 days. Although the charges were pretty. The charges were attempted murder, aggravated assault, disarming a police officer, and discharging a prohibited firearm. So those are some pretty serious charges.
Bro, there's a lot of African people. This was in Montreal, right? There's a lot of African people there. Right?
Yeah.
If they ran his name, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was just because he was black, but a lot of times black people the African people get treated way worse than a white guy would, or any like other. They're not a minority anymore either, but they call them a minority, but they're not. Not to me, I think, but for Rick as well. But just in reality, there's more of them now than there is white people.
In Montreal?
Yeah, I think.
I know Toronto. It's pretty big in Toronto.
A lot of my cousin's friends, my cousin and me were the only white guys in there. Maybe one more white guy, that were basically our age group. So from when I went there, it was 2020, right? So him and my cousin was 25, and then his friend was 26, and we were the only white guys that were there. It was all African people. I don't care. It didn't bother me to be around all these people that weren't the same as me because it doesn't. I don't care. They were cool people, so it don't matter. But like, you know what I mean? Like, they're calling them. People call it minorities, and they get treated like worse. They can't even get an apartment rented to them in Toronto.
In Toronto?
Yeah, it's an African.
Yeah.
But I can think out of a lot of people.
It's pretty harsh though. This guy's an expecting father.
No, I the story, right? And I said, really, I was just like, oh yeah, because I was shocked. I just forgot about it. I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like, that's making me upset, making me mad. Like,
Yes. 6 days.
I'm happy about that.
You think he'd get a lawyer after like 1 day, clear it up?
I would honestly flip out and be like, I want my lawyer today now. Like, I have to go home, my kid, and I really want to solve this and help you guys, but it really wasn't me, and I want to deal with 6 days. I think in a day, I would have been out for the team.
Yeah.
Depends, because COVID and protocols, and I don't know what they're, whatever. I don't want to swear in here. You know what I'm like in person, so.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say it, but it's just the pure BS. Like, they should have let that guy out, and they should pay him for his time because he probably missed work.
Yeah, he probably missed work. That's a good point.
So I mean, I don't know, man. Like, if I didn't have a job, then I wouldn't. Well, I would care, but I would just whatever. But the guy works, has a kid to take care of, and he just wasted 6 days of his time for some other guy that robbed, did all the other stuff. Apparently, he's done. I know, like, you have to figure out who's who and what happened, but like, give me a break, man.
Mm-hmm.
He, I think he deserves compensation, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of other people would agree. People would disagree with that. People have said stuff like that to me. That's why I'm like, well, you had him in jail for 6 days.
How about that war veteran who raised millions for COVID and then couldn't get a shot?
Yeah, that was honestly really sad. I couldn't believe that actually happened to him. He raised all this money and then no one could see him because of COVID. Somehow he got it. And he just died. They didn't get him the shot in time. Yeah, he would have still been alive for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sad, eh?
that is sad. So what's it like being sober?
For me, it's been 2 years of no drinking and no smoking and weed. And no, nothing, no cigarettes for like 7 months. I don't know. I don't need them in my life. I feel more mentally stable. I feel bigger. I don't feel as angry as I used to. I used to drink. I used to get in fights and arrested when I was downtown. And I never started any of the fights, but I was getting in fights with guys that became racist to my friend. Or I'd see a guy harassing women, and I'd say, "Hold him down." I don't know. The cops never arrested me. They let me go. I only went to the drunk tank once, twice actually in my life. And it was always someone else, but I noticed when I drank, I didn't care as much. You know? So,
Yeah.
So you know, you're drinking and doing drugs, you're not clear-headed. I never really got into drugs. I tried drugs, but I don't do drugs. I haven't done any of those for over 12 years. Any of those drugs I did, I just thought I never did it again. I tried it just once, and it was horrible. I don't recommend doing dope. I recommend being sober. It ruins your life.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've been sober off alcohol for 5 years and off of cocaine for a year, and everything is so much better. Like everything's clear. Oh yeah, off marijuana for 2 years.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's really good, and I don't want to go back at all. I got a clear mind, and things are working, so I don't want to mess that up.
You know,
And yeah,
yourself. Proud of you.
if you want to get sober, there's Alcoholics Anonymous. There are other support groups. There's counseling.
Yeah, all kinds.
There's a lot of counseling is free.
In BC, I think it is.
If you want to get sober, there's hope. There's things you can do.
Well, you can do it yourself too. Even a lot of people I know, one friend, other friends, did it without any support at all. They just did it. So, yeah, have to want to do it though. A lot of people don't. They say they do. Like one person I know, she said like she's whatever, still in her 20s and doesn't want doing stuff. And I was like, well, man, it's sad, you know, to see them do that to themselves because it really wrecks you. And then I've had friends pass away from overdoses.
You can get out.
Sometimes I think things just cut up rock, you know, crack cocaine rock, crack rock, smoke crap, and they used to go and party and they just became complete bomb junkie and then they're homeless. I see them turn a lot of my friends into users, and I don't think people should be like that. I know why people do drugs because life is boring or whatever. Rich people do drugs because they're bored. That's all there is to do. But I've been there and done that, and it's not fun at all. I don't enjoy it. I don't think me and drugs mix too. So I don't recommend it. I just wish people would stop because I go outside, Tyler.
Yeah.
Take my garbage up. I go through the underground and I step on the wire and go up and I see bumps. Passed out heroin. Like it's at the cave. I'm like, hey man, like get out with me and kick you in the bump. Like I'm gonna call the police, please leave and go there and stop trying to break into my underground and passing out on heroin. I see people trying to break in. I've seen a guy walk up and on more than one occasion trying to get in the underground. And I yelled at them off the patio. I've seen ex-friends walk by my building and go, where I live, that smoke cracking in the bushes. So, or Peter Johnson went to my cousin, like my one cousin. So I see the boyfriend walk by my building. Sometimes he will yell off the patio, he's a clown, and pay his child support. And then he's a booth, because he is, and you know, that's how he wants to be. And he has a girlfriend, and he smokes rock. What a nice relationship. I don't like to see people like that. He used to be my good friend. I was friends with him from elementary school, from grade 5 to like till he was junkie, and I just never liked him anymore. You would want to be friends with a junkie, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, child support, bro. So yeah, you know, it just ruins life, bro. What I'm trying to say. I've seen it wreck people's lives. I don't want it around me. No one does, and I just hope you guys realize that better to be sober. Sorry, you were gonna say?
I'm friends with people who use drugs. Some are very close to me. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be friends with someone who's using.
I'm friends with lots of the same people as you too, right? I even seen our friend Tyler. Remember Tyler? He jumped off the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. He died of alcohol abuse. We were walking one day and the city tried to run us over, and then he was wine and we walked up to her and tried to talk to her about why she ran past us and almost ran Tyler over. And yeah, she was going to buy this, going to a plant sale at was 9-year-old nursery on the drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen it destroy lives, destroy my uncle's life too. He's a drunk.
Yeah.
So I don't like to see people like this.
So there's been a lot of missing people, eh?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. I totally almost forgot to.
And the cops are trying to downplay it, trying to say like there hasn't been an increase in people going missing, but it seems to me like it has been. Seems to me every week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Seems to me like every week you hear about someone else going missing.
Some guy tried to attack one, grapple with the girl in West Edmonton. They were asking when she got away. So tell me how that is fake, because it's not. I know women, they personally told me that guys tried to kidnap from cars. It happened outside my building one day, and I know the guys out of here. I don't want to say what actually said. They were trying to get her to pull her in the car. This was in 2015.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do. Women are targeted for for sex trafficking rings as well. Paramount Plus used to be owned by a gang, a serious gang, right? A Japanese one. You can lose it, right? So they tried to take these girls, and they took my friend's girlfriend in the 90s to Japan, and then this guy rescued all these girls.
Crazy.
They went to the restaurant and said, listen, we can't get help. they speak. It happens all the time. The cops don't want to investigate that if their lives are in danger, but he's saying they want to downplay it all. Truthfully, the fact of the matter is, the truth is women get targeted, if not community hourly. There's always some weirdo out there trying to harass them. There's serious, sex trafficking rings that go on. So people can say what they want, but I just know. So I know the truth. You know the truth. You know what people
Yeah.
are like in the world. Either really bad or they're really good. So
Sex trafficking rings are brutal because it's like the scummiest, worst people in the world. And so like people's lives are being threatened like the daily, and police are involved, and like people people who seem like they're the nicest people in the world are involved. It's really scary.
The nicest guys in the world actually had, lots of guys had women and children locked in the basements. I've seen so many documentaries about it. The guy's nice to you, just hiding in the hallway, might give you money, buy you food, pay your bills, whatever it is, be the nicest person ever. But that's a front only because they can hide. Because if you're mean, that's heat score, right?
Yeah.
How criminal things, right, Tyler?
Yeah.
The more mean you are, the more you think you're big time in the act, walking on the chest puffed out, your shoulders back, and you're all big time and stuff. F off, get out of here. That will attract attention. I wouldn't want to act that way if I was a criminal. No one would. You wouldn't.
It's just not smart. It's so dumb to think that the worst people are like assholes, you know? I mean, yeah, they're assholes, but like they wouldn't want to front like that.
No. Well, you know me, right? I get pretty annoyed when I can be a jackass and have a harsh attitude. But I'm a nice guy still. I'm not trying to hide it. I would never do that to women. I love women. I wasn't for a woman, I wouldn't be here today. Just like Tupac said, you gotta do whatever he said he's doing on the song, and he talks about women and how we should respect our women and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
that's the truth. Like, I don't want to treat women bad, especially if they're not doing anything bad to me. Like, why would you want it? Like, I couldn't do that to a sex trafficking thing towards a girl. Like, just imagine, being in their shoes, in their
Yeah.
position. They do it all the time. The cops are downplaying it, and
Yeah, the cops are downplaying it probably because they're involved.
I think so. DPD is very corrupt.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we should wrap it up.
For sure. Guys, please stay safe.
Stay
Know your
safe.
surroundings at all times, and please stay out of drugs. They're not fun. My own personal experience, I've come to them. After that first time, it's never the same. So.
Yeah. And remember, we
Uh,
love you, so keep watching and
Guys, that's cool. All you're doing when you do drugs is you're just funding someone else's life. So just think of that.
yeah,
When you do drugs, you're funding someone's life.
someone's getting rich off your misery.
Yeah, they're getting rich off your misery, and that's not what I want to see in today's youth or any age. It's just, yeah, man. I hope you guys know that you're not supposed to be doing that. It's not fun.
Yeah. So stay tuned. We do this every week,
Yeah.
or we try to. And we love you.